Jeremy Sockman here today with a look at a movie that applied a texture to something we already knew lots about. It's The Velvet Vampire from 1971, and this is another one that slipped under the radar way back when. So let's take a look. Lee and his wife Susan meet Diane at an art and blues show and are invited to her house out in the desert for the weekend. When their car breaks down, they get picked up in her sweet dune buggy and get to use her guest bedroom. Seems Diane likes to spy on people when they sleep, especially when they have erotic dreams about her. She shows them around the caves and seduces Lee, which makes Susan a little jealous.
I think you want her.
Maybe I do. How does it feel?
But here's the kicker. It also seems like Diane likes to chow down on mechanics, butlers, and even Lee. It's only when Susan figures this all out and takes a bus back to the big city that she manages to escape. Or does she? Diane can ride a bus too, but the one thing she can't do is, spoiler alert, stand up to a bunch of crosses or that hot LA sunshine. Now, The Velvet Vampire was made in the era of crushed velvet suits, but it tends to be more into hats and rubber bats than sweet threads like that. There's one other thing it's not into that tells the tale here. See, The Velvet Vampire is trying to warn women of the dangers of the open relationship. Susan is pretty permissive. She doesn't really mind that Lee played carpet canasta with Diane when she was asleep. In fact, she's kind of into it. She's open like that.
How can I put you down for something I could do myself?
But by having the other woman come back and try to kill her is how the director Stephanie Rothman wants to hammer home her message to other ladies. Letting your man play the field is only going to end up with one of those other women wanting to replace you at best, or kill you and turn you into the undead version of yourself at worst. So lock those doors at night and make sure he knows the ring on his finger isn't just for show.
You want to see what she showed me yesterday?
Sure. Anything Diane showed you, I want to see.
Well, come on.
You sure know how to get to me.
Lots of times Hollywood movies are cool with swinging dudes. Look at James Bond or Sam Malone or Warren Beatty. But when you let the woman tell her side of it, it's not always so cut and dried. Stephanie Rothman is telling you that maybe it's not a good idea to boink every woman that offers it, just in case she's crazy, has an STD, or is a literal creature of the night.
That woman we met at your place, Diane. I know it sounds crazy, but she's a vampire.
So let's all listen to Stephanie and think twice about strange desert women who like to eat raw meat and hang out naked in graves. Those are red flags if I've ever heard one.
How can you eat that stuff?
You ate raw meat yesterday.
Yeah, but that's liver. That's raw liver.
Ever notice people feed their cats raw liver?
Cats are animals.
So are we. But it must frighten us. We try so hard to forget it.
But let's maybe just dial it back even further and not engage in open relationships at all. It's just safer that way. I'm Jeremy Sockman, and I'm giving the valuable bit of marriage advice that is The Velvet Vampire my seal of approval.
Diane, I think I'd like to drive your buggy.
I think I can teach you how.
I only talked to her.
She probably has a great body.
Yeah, she probably has.
Well, you'll have a chance to find out, won't you?